You know you look good when other species think you look good. Like when ducks and stuff think you attractive, or Tasmanian devils when they think you're attractive. That's how you know you got it. Good grief. Watch your hands, Tasmanian devil. Along with the legendary Looney Tune Bugs Bunny, there's another legendary one known as Daffy Duck. Like his name suggests, he is a Looney Tune. Let's get into it.
They loved it. They want more. I know, but I can only do it once.
I mean, since he's a Looney Tune after all, and he's not really a super serious written character, he can do a lot of stuff. Even probably more than what I'm going to show in this video. I mean, these pages right here just pretty much explain it best. The characters get stronger based on how they believe in themselves. Cartoon physics. The people even say it would even go as far as ruin the gag if certain things were explained. So when you see characters do stuff, you should just like run with it and don't question it really. I mean, he's one of them characters just like other tunes. He's practically immortal. Based on his goofy physiology, he can come back from literally being erased. Literally comes back instantly. Being frozen won't stop him. He'll just come up with some random energy projectum type power to break out. He's literally been sawed in half and wasn't in any pain afterwards. Depending on what the plot demands, he might conveniently have different forms, even superhero forms. I mean, since Warner Brother and Looney Tunes are kind of like in the same like deal or whatever, you might see them like interact with DC characters and such, dress up as them, have similar persona, superhero persona, even become the Green Lantern, Robin Hood. Yeah, so Daffy, depending on the gag at the moment, he can have like literally different forms. Even making contracts with demons to get fire or energy projection type of abilities. Yeah, this is creepy. He has a literal demon form. Yep, lightning projection as well. He's a duck, technically. A gaggy duck, but a duck nonetheless, so he can technically fly and can fly. He can literally survive being shot in the face and it doesn't really affect him. Also move his mouth on different parts of his body unrealistically. He can conveniently get extra durability because he will conveniently have like a bulletproof shell under his fur somehow. He can even conveniently teleport if the occasion arises, become his own version of Superman like I kind of mentioned and do heat vision, the super duck form. He has tickle charged feathers. He can vibrate, like in his super form, he can vibrate his molecules at high velocity, creating a magnetic field and do some power of super attraction stuff. Wait, what? He can summon stuff to fight for him, even a super pencil and a spatula and a plunger? Since he's kind of a parody of Superman, he has his own version of Kryptonite, Red Duck Knight, and it makes him really embarrassed looking. He can literally break the fourth wall and talk to the writers of the cartoon. Like, you literally see him doing the same here. He's flying literally between panels in the comic. Like, did he turn the planet upside down here, or is he manipulating gravity somehow? Like, what's happening here? Fear not, if he doesn't want to do the superhero persona stuff, he can literally be a literal magical wizard, so he knows magic, kind of like how Bugs Bunny studied magical books and knows magic energy blast type stuff. I mean, they even dub him Daffy Duck the Wizard. So, I already implied earlier he can blast with lightning, but via magic and wizardry, he could blast with lightning, or one could say thunder projection, implied to have some magma or fire projection, like melting all this here. Seems to be able to use it in an omnidirectional type of way too. Literally has sealing type of techniques to trap beings with his energy. Tell me this don't remind you of Doctor Strange. He seems to be able to make certain things combust. This is something I'm definitely bringing back up later, but yeah, he can literally stop time and can move while time is stopped completely. Via his magic, he seems to have like some all type of seeing eye to where he can kind of look at stuff while he's just chilling, while he has his little servants. Looking like he's looking at different points in time, might I add, watching TV, can literally shield himself via magical shields. And even without relying on magic, you could kind of say his toon goofy gag nature has magical abilities too, because they can do practically anything. Like, he can literally pull stuff up out of absolutely nowhere. There's even times he will use and pull out weapons out of absolutely nowhere. Like, seriously, where's his pockets? How does he just be pulling out big hammers and stuff out of absolutely nowhere? Has a gigantic arrow to use. Yeah, he's a detective, knows how to use firearms like guns, military trained apparently. Anything you can probably think of, he can use swords, whips, all kinds of stuff. But let's deep dive into Daffy Duck's strength, shall we? First of all, you see this hammer is many times his own size and he can still swing it. We've seen him literally lift horses, bend all this metal when he's in the super modes, of course, and apparently even strong enough to lift thousands or even hundreds of thousands of tons, like even buildings, over 100,000 tons and such. You imagine how hard he can hit if he can lift this kind of weight, depending on his mood. When beings are shooting at him, he can punch this stuff straight out of the air. There's implications he can make his own localized earthquakes. And on this occasion, it was implied he would be able to stop this train with his super strength if Bugs Bunny hadn't gotten away first, but there's implications he could have did it himself though. So either both of these beings could do it. He was very confident. I would say he can literally hit harder than a locomotive. It seems that anything Daffy Duck picks up, he can literally blast down the moon. He can make this stuff powerful when he picks it up. He really is a wizard. I mean, if he can shoot down planetoids that are smaller than the Earth, imagine what he can do to like different continents on the planet, cities and such. Depending on the gag, yeah, he could definitely delete that stuff with a shot. Not only this, but you can tell by his durability. Like, I'm talking about literally planets exploding, and Daffy's literally right here, and he's okay. I'm pretty sure they're not talking about moon-sized planets, but actual giant-sized planets. If you want to put into the fact he can hit as hard as what he can withstand, he'll be able to do damage to our Earth-sized planet, do some kind of Earth destruction, blah, blah, blah. You guys know there's bigger planets than the Earth, like Jupiter, and then you know how the sun makes Jupiter and Earth both look ridiculously small in comparison to the size of it? And are you guys familiar with black holes? Let's just say Daffy Duck has like supernova-like durability because the gag allows him to survive within a black hole like it's no big deal. They even talk about black holes are dangerous. What are you doing? But a good way to understand Daffy's might is to compare him to Bugs Bunny. Like, for example, you know how Bugs Bunny's overpowered other beings like this guy, for example? Yep. Notice how we've seen how powerful Bugs Bunny is. He can literally draw his own stuff, make these beings come to life, have his own version of Marvin the Martian to scare Sam. Matter of fact, there's even times where characters like Marvin the Martian can't handle the gravity Bugs Bunny's dealing with, and he's fine. Don't forget, like, these tunes like Marvin the Martian, Sam, they can use their cannons that they touch and blast with enough force to destroy planets. These beings can literally throw comets, suns, and freaking black holes. These beings that literally can throw suns and black holes. We've literally seen Bugs Bunny make jokes of these beings in raw power, just overpowering them in general. These beings that Bugs Bunny's overpowering clash with each other and make their own constellation, multiple stars, hundreds or even thousands of stars. You're probably thinking, what does this have to do with Daffy? It's not like Daffy ever beat Bugs Bunny. Well, believe it or not, there has been some times where he's got the advantage over beings like Bugs Bunny on his own, reality warping and powers and stuff like that, meaning that all these star or multiple star creation stuff, this should apply for Daffy Duck too. Not only having supernova-like durability, but his strikes should also be on this level with black holes and power to create multiple constellations or multiple stars just from hitting other tunes. This should apply for Daffy Duck too. Okay, so we've seen Bugs Bunny overpower this guy, somebody that can move black holes. And we've seen Daffy do this to Bugs Bunny. This is what happens when Bugs Bunny tries to hurt beings like the Tasmanian Devil. Beings like the Tasmanian Devil, beings that Bugs Bunny are scared of. We literally seen Daffy, when he was amped by greed, actually beat up the Tasmanian Devil. I mean, Daffy literally did this to the Tasmanian Devil when Bugs Bunny was having trouble with him. So yeah, Daffy's somewhere in that range of raw power. Do we even have to get into the Looney Tunes and DC comic character crossovers? You know, Tasmanian Devil and Wonder Woman, he ate her sword. I mean, if we talk about his reflexes or just raw speed, we see him literally react to all this, literally dodge gunshots along with Bugs Bunny. Even when he's in another reality, he can dodge gunshots. I mean, you can say this is speed, but you can also say this is teleportation. He can jump between panels. You could say he could go forward in time or backwards in time via this by jumping to different panels. He can literally zip around like a streak of lightning, move like a blur, and even function in combat like this. That's what you call speed in every aspect. He can fly ridiculously fast, you know, in his superhero mode, and even use this way of going back in time with raw speed. He went way too far back in time during the dinosaur days. In combat speed, he seems to have no problem reacting to Bugs Bunny. And you guys probably already respect how fast Bugs Bunny is on his feet. This could be reality warping, or there's implications Bugs Bunny can literally hit his actual shadow faster than his shadow can block. This could imply faster than speed of light combat speed. But if we're being honest, speed is kind of irrelevant. Let's just say, you could say Daffy Duck has infinite speed. He can move while time. He's a time manipulator. He went backward in time here. And in his wizard state, he can literally stop time and move while time is completely stopped. So there's a difference between slowing down time to the point where everything seems like it's frozen rather than actually stopping it completely. That's a totally different thing. When you can move like this, that's like basically like having infinite speed if you can completely stop time. So he basically got infinite speed, honestly. If we're still on the topic of speed, let's just say he can literally mess up the entire universe by running, like messing up the film, and surviving the crap after running that hard, and avoid white space. Proven with raw speed, this would imply Daffy Duck can basically cause universe destruction by accident just by running. Did I mention not only did they mess up the universe, but not only that, they literally survived the end of the universe, reality warp and control the whole universe, just like this, like a literal writer god. And even if the writer tries to get involved, he will stop them from trying to use their pencil, like, yeah, affecting the god of the universe. I literally mentioned this earlier about his immortality, but yeah, he literally survived the end of the universe with Porky. I don't want to get too deep into higher dimensionality type stuff, but there's literally higher dimensional beings that can hold multiverses or universes in their hands. I mean, there's beings in DC that can literally pull universes from their hat. Yeah, it gets wonky, these imps, yep. Don't judge me, but these kind of beings are running away from Tasmanian Devil, these higher dimensional entities from DC. Oh man. And we've seen Daffy do this to this same Tasmanian Devil. This is getting into some higher dimensionality type stuff. The fact Daffy can do this to like Tasmanian Devil. Yeah, guys, that's just about going to do it. He's Daffy Duck. He's a Looney Tune. He can take control of the narrative, reality warp the universe, survive the end of the universe. If you're one of those people that want to take that higher dimensional stuff seriously, he can be ranked even higher based on that information. But do me a favor and hit that like button for me real quick. And thanks for the donations, everybody. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.